Hello, students. Today we are going to see some more interesting and important questions from MS Chauhan, Chapter 2, Isomerism, question number 21 to 30. By Napthal, BNPS, they have given the compound. Option A, an optically active compound having chiral center. An optically inactive compound C, meso compound, and D, an optically active compound without having chiral center. See, first and foremost, this compound mentions binapthal, and options have given here what it is optically active compound having chiral center. This is also known as enantiomers. Enantiomers. Right. Okay. So optically inactive is also known as mesocompound. Mesocompound. This and optically active compound without having chiral center. That means it is a chiral molecule. Chiral molecule. Right. Okay. Now, in this compound, see here there is a thick part it has given, but this side, opposite side here also. But here, what it is very thin line. Right. See, this is actually what do we call out of the plane, like above the plane, below the plane. No. So, in that way, out of the plane. So, we can say it is a out of the plane. And this is actually a plane side. Right. Now, in this, here, wedge, it is there, nothing it has mentioned. So, in this point, there is no chiral center. There is no chiral center. Right. So, another one more point. Without having chiral center, we can say it is a chiral molecule. Without having chiral center, we can say what it is? Chiral molecule. Right. Now, in this, here, is there any POS and COS? POS, it is a plane of symmetry. Center of symmetry is available here anywhere. Can you check it? No, it is not possible. So, POS also absent, COS also absent. So, POS, COS absent means this is optically active. So, optically active means is that enantiomers? No, it is not enantiomers. Optically active chiral center it has to be, but there is no chiral center, so that means this option is wrong. And optically inactive, no, here actually optically active because POS COS absent, so this also will not be the correct option. Meso, of course, this also the same, similar. Meso also, then optically active compound without having chiral center, so this option D is the correct option. I hope you got the idea. See, each and every point, please note down so that as upcoming questions, it will be easy to understand and easily identify the answer. Come on, let us go to the next question. The next question, which of the following pairs of compounds is a pair of enantiomers? Enantiomers is nothing a pair of molecule which cannot be superimposable on mirror image. So that is called enantiomers. Now let us check in this option which pair is called enantiomer. So in that one more point, enantiomers, it is optically active. So optically active means POS, COS will be absent. Right. Now come on, let us check each and every option. The first option, B or CL, and here CLBR, both are just the opposite of wedge and dash. I just bring it to your notice here. So BR, it is mentioned with dash and hydrogen wedge, and the same way here chlorine wedge position, hydrogen dash position, just same as it is, only I just brought here only hydrogen wedge and dash according to this molecule. Right now, just you check here bromine hydrogen CH3, only we can just to check the chiral center only how it has fixed. Right. Okay, so two chiral center is there now. So BR, in this point, BR hydrogen CH3, right? So another molecule, and the same way here also, BrHCH3. So here also same orderly it has arranged. That means it is fixed. The other one, chlorine CH3 and hydrogen. So here chlorine CH3 and hydrogen. Whereas here Cl, hydrogen and CH3. Now you see the difference. One it has fixed. The other one which is rearranged. So rearrange, spatial arrangement, rearranging that chiral center. So I mean chiral carbon, that center molecules it has rearranged. So one chiral center it has fixed, the other one which is changed. So BrHCH3, BrHCH3 it is constant fixed. Whereas here another chiral center it has rearranged. So that kind of pairs which is called diastereomers. Okay, so it is not mirror image. This is not mirror image, right? So this point we can say it is a diastereomers. And option B, one it is dash, the other one it is wedge, and just to the opposite dash and wedge. And do you think here there is POS and COS is available? No, there is no POS and COS. So no POS and COS means it is non-superimposable mirror images and it is called chirality. So POS, COS will be absent means that is called enantiomas. So this is enantiomas. Right. Now next one here, wedge. This side it's wedge and this side it is dash, and this POS and COS both will be present. So POS and COS present means it is optically inactive. Option D, here three chiral centers is available. In the three chiral centers, one it is wedge, the other one chlorine also it is wedge, but third chlorine which is attached with dash. And the same way other molecule, three chiral centers also wedge. So that means two chiral center it has fixed. See here both are same. This point both the chiral carbon is same. Only this part it is vary. So one it is fixed, the other one it is vary. So we can say it is a diastereomers. Right? Already we have gone through questions like this. Even question number one also diastereomers. I hope you remember that first video what we have gone through 1 to 10. In that first question diastereomers, and you just check in that video. Right. Now, I hope you got that idea. Which is the correct option? Option B is the correct option. Why B is the correct option? Enantiomers, POS, COS will be absent and it is non-superimposable mirror image, and that is also called chirality. I hope you got the clear answer. Enantiomers, what is that correct option? And enantiomers. Come on, let us go to the next question. Number of stereoisomers that could exist for the compound below. See, in this compound, how many stereoisomers are available? That is the question. Okay, now come to this point. How many chiral center is available? Let us check. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So there are 4 chiral centers are available. Now, and this is a symmetric molecule or unsymmetric molecule? This is a symmetric molecule only. So symmetric molecule means there is a formula in that. So if a molecule is symmetrical, the total number of stereoisomer, they have given one formula. So what is the formula? It is 2 to the power of n minus 1 plus 2 to the power of n by 2 minus 1. So what is it n? N it is nothing, chiral center. Right. So chiral center. So how many chiral center it is there? There are 4 chiral center is there. Now can we apply with this formula? 2 to the power of n. N how many chiral center it is there? 4 minus 1 plus 2 to the power of 4 by 2 minus 1. So here 2 to the power of 3 plus here 2 to the power of here what it is, here 2, so 2 minus 1 1, so 2 to the power of 1. So all together here 8 you will get it, and here you will get 2. So all together 10 isomers, that is 10 stereo isomers. So which is the correct option? Option C is the correct option. I hope you got the clarity about this. See, suppose if it is unsymmetrical molecule, means that is for another formula. Next upcoming questions you will be getting all that concept, you be thorough, then it will be easy to solve these kind of problems. Hope you got this clarity about this question. Come on, let's go to the next question. The next question, the following pair of compounds is best described. So they have given that compound, you have to identify which is the correct option. So before going for that compound, I would like to mention here identical. Identical means what it is? The compound chiral center which has four atom or group attached with the same atom or group. So that is called identical. And diastereomers, in the diastereomers, two chiral center is there, means one it is fixed to one, the other one it is exchange, different atoms which is exchange. So that is variable. One it is fixed, the other one it will be variable. So in that way, this is diastereomers. Enantiomers, non-superimposable mirror images, chirality, and POS, COS will be absent, and optically active. So these are all the points we can bring in, and none of the above. Yes. Now let us check with that how it is arranged. This is first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, and fourth carbon. So 1, 3, 4 is having chiral carbon, and wedge dash it has changed. The same way here 1, 2, 3. So this is 1, 2, 3. Now this is also first carbon wedge, and here first carbon dash. Second carbon at this side it is wedge, and there is no chirality, chiral carbon, right? Now third one it is wedge, here also wedge, fourth carbon dash, here it's nothing. So that means neither identical nor diastereomers, even enantiomers also it is not there. So that means what is the correct answer? It is none of the above. I hope you got the clarity what is identical, diastereomers, enantiomers, because these are all the concept you can apply for any other forms or molecules or compound to identify. I hope you got the clarity of this answer. Come on, let's go to the next question. Next question, it's really interesting. RS configuration, like that is hide and seek question. Already I mentioned, Yeah, come on, let's go and find out. Determine the absolute configuration of the labeled carbon A and B. Here, chair position A and B, it has mentioned upward direction, this is downward direction. Upward direction, it is axis, we can say. Downward direction, we can say equatorial, right? Now this is upwards and this is downwards. I have given that idea for you. Now in this, how do we identify RS configuration? Upward direction, it is like what it is, wedge. Downward direction, it is a dash position. So this is like a hexagon, no, cyclohexagon. So in that way we just arranged that molecule. So here the first one upward direction, this side it is actually what it is, wedge, and the next hydrogen it is dash position, and the next adjacent carbon here downward direction, no. So that is dash position and chlorine, and wedge position hydrogen. Now let us identify that RS configuration. Now when we are going for RS configuration, this is 1 chlorine atomic number higher, no, according to CIP rule. Already I told, no, CIP rule, it is VIP for to find out that absolute configuration R and S, right? So this is 1, and this is 2, and this is 3 and 4. Fourth priority is lower, that means hydrogen is the fourth priority. So fourth priority when it comes to that clockwise, this is clockwise, no. So this is R, right? Now next one will change this point. So this is 1 atomic number higher. That means here chlorine atomic number high. So this is 1 and this is 2. Right. So here I just put it here 2 and this is 3 and 4. But here 4 it has to be a lower. Hydrogen has to be in that wedge position. You have to interchange. That means hydrogen it has change, interchange will be taking. So the 4 has to go here, 1 has to come here, and here also it will be changing. So that means here 1 2 3 4 it is what it is, anti-clockwise. But when you are interchanging it will be clockwise. So when it is clockwise means what it will be, R. So actually it is anti-clockwise only, but when it is changing, that interconversion is taking place automatically, there will be changes. So you are getting what it is, R configuration. That means R you will be getting. So I hope you got the clarity how to identify in the chair position. Upwards means it is axis and downwards means it is equatorial. Yes, I hope you got that clarity. And upward shows wedge and downward shows what it is, dash. So which is the correct option? A and B are configuration. So option A is the correct option. So R and this also R. Okay, come on, let's go to the next question. The next question, which of the structure A and D will be produced if a ring flip occurs in the following compound in chair form? See, when we are going to find the chair form, upward direction, downward direction, axis and equatorial, let us go and identify. This is axis. For example, you just take the chair form, this point upward direction it is axis and a downward direction here equatorial, and the same way this point it is axis and that point it is equatorial, and the same way just to left side here down point, this point it is axis, that point it is equatorial. So as we are seeing this point, why you know which is axis and which is equatorial, you should know. For that is the reason I bring this. Now in this point a ring flip will be taking place. So ring flip means inversion, just to the opposite. Now this point it is what it is, equatorial, right? So this is equatorial, right? And the second, this is the first point, first chiral carbon, and second chiral carbon there is no third chiral carbon, and this is also equatorial, right? I'll change the color so that it will be easy for you to remember. And this is equatorial and this is also equatorial. And the fourth point it is downwards, this is axis. So 1A and 2E, that means this is A, E and E. This is that it has to change, that means flip, ring flip it is taking place, right? So you will get what it is, E A A. So that means that carbon should be 1 2 3. So 1 2 3 4. So two second carbon there is no chiral carbon, right? So in this option A, this point what it is, equatorial, and this is upwards and this is equatorial. So E A and E. Is it a correct? So what do we get actually? A, right? So now this is E and this is A and this is E. So this will not be the correct option. And the next one, option B. This point which is called what it is, equatorial, and this point what it is, axis, and this point what it is, it's called axis, right? So down point it is called axis, right? So this is 1 and this is 2, sorry, this is 1 and this is 2 and this is 3 and 4. So actually here 1 2 second carbon there is nothing, 1 3 and 4, right? So this is also 1 3 and 4, right? So E A A, got it now? So that option B. Okay, let us check what it is, C and D. So here this is axis and this is what it is, equatorial, and this is E. So EAE, this will not be the correct option. And the same way, next one also, this is what it is, upward direction, that is axis, and this is E, and this is what it is, downward axis. So A, no, this will also, it's wrong option. So which is the correct option? Option B is the correct option. So here what it is, A. In that A, you are getting E, just to the opposite, right? So A, it has changed into E. So E you are getting, and the same way next one, A. Here E, it has converted into A, and then another one, E converted to A. So I hope you got the clarity. Just to the opposite. The next question, which of the following compound is most stable? Now let us identify which is most stable in the chair form. So they have given in the chair form already. Last question also we were talking about axial and equatorial position, only how to identify. Right now, which is more stable in the chair form? Generally speaking, trans configuration only, that is transform, we can say transform only, it is actually more stable in some compounds. But in chair compounds, so which is more stable means, here in this equatorial position only, more stable. So more stable means what it is? Equatorial position, more stable. Right. Okay. Now, which is more stable? Let us identify. As I mentioned, only upwards means axial, downwards means equatorial. I have given the clear idea. Upwards axial and downward equatorial. Now, let us check. This is downwards only, and this also downwards only. So that means it is equatorial position and equatorial position. That means both the side equatorial position, is it more stable? Yes, I'm coming to that point to tell. So actually it is very closer when we are talking about this compound, equatorial point it is there. So actually it is very close. When it is too close means a repulsion will be taking place. Repulsion, so repulsion means it will not be stable at all, so it will be both fight each other, right? So it will not be stable. Right now this is axial and this is equatorial, both are opposite side, so this also will not be stable. And the same way the next one, what it is, this is axial and this is equatorial, this is also will not be stable. And now this is actually what it is, this point it is equatorial, and another one, this point is also equatorial. This equatorial, it is very far from this equatorial, so that means there is no repulsion, so the actually it is more stable comparatively other compounds. So this will be more stable. Why? Because equatorial position is there and it is very far. These are the two main points to mention. This is more stable. Okay, this is most stable. Why this is most stable, why this is not stable at all? Because it is very close. That means alternative methyl group which is attached to this, that means this is a repulsion, steric hindrance like, so repulsion will be taking place, whereas here it is very far. So far, because of that it is actually more stable in the chair form. So generally speaking, you just note down equatorial position comes means it will be more stable, but where it has to come you have to identify. Hope you got the idea. Now, D is the correct option. Come on, let's go to the next question. Chair form of this compound. See, as you see this picture, here cyclohexane, and then here wedge position it has mentioned. So what do you mean by wedge position? Wedge position means it is above the plane. So above the plane means axial. right? And below the plane it is equatorial. In that wedge and dash position it is a down to that plane, that means below the plane. So both are axial only. This is ethyl group which is attached to that cyclohexane, and this is methyl group, so both are upward direction. Now we have to identify in that most stable chair form of this compound. Right now here it is upward direction. Yes, this is upward direction and this is downward direction, that means it is downward direction, so this will not be the correct option. And the same way here, just it goes upwards and downwards, that means downwards it is shows this side only, that means this side, so that means this is axial. And this upwards, this also axial, so both are axial only. And one more thing I wanted to mention, here you have to put the numbering in that which number it has mentioned. Now for example, this is 1 2 3 4. Even you can bring it over here also, 1 2 3 4, both are same only, so nothing to worry. So that means first position and fourth position it has to be attached to methyl and ethyl. Right now here first position, you imagine this is a first position, means this is second, third, and this is four, so that means it is coincidence. Come on, let us check the third point. Now this is equatorial and this is also equatorial only, it goes like this, so this is also, this will not be the correct option. And the same way this come downwards, that means equatorial, this goes upwards, that is axial, so this will not be the correct option. So which is the correct option? Option B. Before going for finding out the correct option, I would like to mention with this picture. Now, you see, as you are seeing this picture like this, it is going now. So that means it is axial. And this is also axial. And just to that opposite, here methyl group, here ethyl group. See, in this point it is ethyl group, and this point it is methyl group. This is also what it is, axial, and this is also axial, it goes upwards. No, so both are axial only. Now it is resembles with this compound, right? Now these both are, what is the difference do you identify? Here methyl group and ethyl group, here methyl group, ethyl group, which is rearranged. So one point it is fixed, the other point it is rearranging. See, one point it is fixed, the other point which is rearranging, means what do we call? It is diastereomers, right? Diastereomers. So diastereomers, you know very well. So please remember all the concept about enantiomers, racemic mixtures, diastereomers, chirality, and chiral carbon, achiral carbon, optically active, optically inactive, meso. Every concept you be thorough. See, whenever you are looking at the compound, easily you can identify what is that name of that compound. That means what is the concept it follows, whether meso means it will be same, right? So in that way it will be, and it is optically inactive. In that way you can identify whenever you are seeing this picture. That is what always we go for this, and easy to identify. For one question you are learning many ideas. Yes, now which is the correct option? Option B is the correct option, because upwards, that is axial position, this also shows axial, and this is why I brought it, that is to identify the stereoisomers, right? That is diastereomers, right? Okay, come on, let's go to the next question. The next question, which pairs of the salt would have identical solubilities in methanol? Identical solubilities. So we are going to check with that what it is. RS configuration. So RS configuration, absolute configuration, to identify we have to go for CIP rule. CIP rules tells about fourth priority on horizontal. Clockwise means yes and anti-clockwise means R. And the same way, fourth priority is there on vertical. Clockwise means R and anti-clockwise means yes. Come on, let's go and identify now fourth priority. So fourth priority is there where it is horizontal. So this is fourth priority. Now let us go and check it. 1, and this is 2, this is 3 and 4. So 1 2 3 4, it is not in order, so interchange is taking place. So interchanges taking place means 2 to 3, 3 to 4. So 2 to 3, 3 to 4 means you will get clockwise. It is yes configuration. Right now, next one, it is horizontal. So that fourth priority is there on horizontal. That means this is 1 and this is 2 and this is 3 and this is 4. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4. It is in order only. This is anti-clockwise. Vertical position, fourth priority is there on vertical position and it is anti-clockwise, and this is yes configuration. So both are yes, yes, it is identical. Come on, let's go and check the second pair. So this is fourth priority, that means this is fourth priority, and this is 1 and this is 2 and this is 3. So that means 1, 2, 3, 4, it is in order, it's clockwise. So fourth priority horizontal, it's clockwise, it is yes configuration. And the same way, fourth priority vertical. So this is vertical, fourth priority vertical. So that means 1, this is 2, and this is 3 and 4. So that means this is anti-clockwise. So this is anti-clockwise or clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is clockwise. So clockwise, fourth priority is there on vertical, clockwise means it is R. So this is S configuration, this is R configuration, this is clockwise. It's going like this. Okay, so the next one, fourth priority, this is fourth priority. So that means this is 1 and this is 2 and this is 3 and 4. So that means fourth priority is there on vertical, it's clockwise R configuration. And the same way, fourth priority horizontal, that means this is 1, this is 2 and this is 3 and 4. So 1, 2, 3 and 4 interchanges taking place. So interchanges taking place the same way here, 1 2 1 2 4 3, right? So the here also 1 2 3 and 4, no, so that means interchanges taking place. So this also what it is, yes configuration, because 2 to 3, 3 to 4 interchanges taking place. So naturally you will get what it is, clockwise. So yes configuration. So R yes configuration, this is yes R configuration. Now the last one, so the last one, fourth priority, this is fourth priority is there on horizontal. So that means 1 and this is 2 and this is 3 and 4. So that means this is anti-clockwise. So fourth priority horizontal, anti-clockwise R. Right now the last one, fourth priority, this is horizontal. Right now this is 1 and this is 2 and this is 3, this is 3 and 4. So that means how do we go for it? Here also interchanges taking place. So interchanges taking place means it is 2 to 3 and 3 to 4. So that means what it is, anti-clockwise. So anti-clockwise it goes means R configuration. So R configuration, this is what it is, R configuration. So R configuration means this is first compound, it is SS configuration, and the fourth compound it is R configuration. So R and SS both are actually identical. So the option it is 1 and 4. So option A, it's the correct option. But option 2 and 3, so these both are having different configuration, that is RS and SR, right? So this is SR, second one it is SR, and this is R and S, right? So these both are enantiomers having different configuration, but these are identical configuration. So identical configuration, which is the correct option, option A, 1 and 4, it's the correct answer for this question. Come on, let's go to the next question. The next question, the following compounds differ in respect of. So they have given the compound. Now, in which way can we identify the difference? Their chemical and physical properties, nothing, and the direction in which they rotate plane polarized light and their interaction with molecules. As we look at this only, easily we can identify this is wedge position. So this is what it is. This is wedge position and this also wedge position. But here just to the opposite, here dash position. And the same way here also, this is wedge and this is dash. Now this part it is wedge, dash position, and this is wedge. This is a dash and this is wedge, just to the opposite of mirror image. This is opposite of mirror image, right? So non superimposable mirror images on each other. So this is enantiomers. So this both are what it is, enantiomers. This is D and L configuration we can bring. So D configuration, it is rotate in clockwise, and L configuration, it rotates in anti-clockwise. These both are actually enantiomers. Enantiomers. So these mixtures only, these enantiomers mixtures only, we can say racemic mixture. A racemic mixture. Okay, now here in this point, here both are different. It is optically active. So optically active means, do you have it here? It is POS, COS is there? POS, COS is present? No, there is no POS, COS present. So naturally it is optically active. So optically active means they can rotate plane polarized light, right? So interaction with the molecules, there is no interaction, there is just to the opposite. So this will be wrong, and nothing is there. Yes, yes, something is there, and their physical and chemical properties totally vary. So but here this also it's wrong. So see, direction in which they rotate plane, so they can rotate because they both are having what it is, different wedge and dash. So naturally it is opposite to mirror image, non superimposable mirror image. Enantiomers, that mixture D and L, that is actually clockwise and anti-clockwise, this mixture it's called racemic mixture. So it is optically active, POS, CO is absent, and this is can rotate plane polarized light. I hope you got that 1 to 10, this 21 to 30 questions you are thorough. Come on, let's go for the next question in our next video. Thank you for watching.